Are you one of those shooters that tries to mount the gun and chase the bird? You ever wonder why when you're watching your buddies shoot, the target seems slow? But when you get in the cage, they seem to speed up? That ever happened to you? I know it has. You can't teach shooters for 29,000 hours like Vicki and I have without realizing that that stuff happens to everybody. I'm Gil Ash of OSP Shooting School. I want to talk with you briefly about learning to mount the gun. We see shooters now from all over the world. They come to us wanting to get better, wanting to be more consistent, wanting to gain confidence, and we go right back to them with a word that starts with a C. It's called competence. We see people that don't want to go through the, and for lack of a better word, the mundane over and over practice of learning to move and mount the gun. Well, let me tell you something. You'll never shoot better than the quality of your basic move and mount. If you can't move and mount the gun without thinking about it, and if you can't do it consistently enough, and I'm not asking for perfection, but what I am asking for is a 95% perfect gun mount 100% of the time. You'll never shoot better than the quality of your basic move and mount. We see people that want to learn to shoot a shotgun, but they've got to start with a mounted gun. That means they're aiming, the gun's in the way, and bottom line, every miss in this game comes back to muzzle awareness of some sort. Just remember, if you feel like you're chasing the bird, which most of you are, you can't chase it from in front. Don't think that you can become competent with a shotgun without being able to move and mount it. I want to show you something. It's an animation of where the eyes and the gun and the bird are for most of you out there. It's going to look just like you. You're going to be able to identify it, okay? Here it is, now watch it. In the animation, notice that the green dot is where the gun's pointing. The bird's going to come out of the house, and the two little red lines coming from the shooter's head out there is where the shooter's focused, trying to see the target. Now watch what happens when the eyes and the gun are over there by the trap and the shooter calls for the bird. Watch what happens. Watch the confusion. Here it goes, pull. Have you ever seen that before? Everywhere we've shown this animation, everybody in the audience says, that's like me, I've seen that. Let's look at the confusion again, pull. Do you see how confusing that is? That can't be consistent. Let's look at it again. Watch how the eyes are jumping around trying to look past the gun at the bird, and the eyes are never on anything. They're going back and forth between the gun and the bird. Watch, pull. All right, let's look at it one more time and just look at the confusion. This is the last time I'm going to make you look at it. Pull. That was confusing, wasn't it? I'm sorry to make you look at it so many times, but that's what we see every day, is people are mounting the gun and chasing that bird. Now let me ask you something. Wouldn't it be easier and more efficient if you could move and mount the gun more smoothly and more efficiently, and when you finish the gun mount, the gun was already in front of the bird? Wouldn't that be easier? Look at this animation. This is what we teach at OSP. This makes the bird slow down and makes you more consistent, and you don't have to hurry. Watch it. Again, the green dot is where the gun's pointing. You see the bird, and the two little red laser beams coming out of the head is what the shooter's focused on. Watch this. Watch how smooth this is. Pull. Did you see how the gun merged in front of the bird that time? Watch it again. Watch the green dot. Watch it now. See that? Look at that. It merged right at the end of the shot. In the last 20% of the shot, the gun mounted and merged in front of the bird. Now this time, watch the green dot again, But I want you to notice that the bird and the gun are going the same speed as the gun inserts in front of the bird. Watch it. Pull. Right there. You see how they're going the same speed? If there was a secret to consistency, if there was anything we could tell you that you have to master, it's controlling your gun speed and making the bird speed and the gun speed be the same at the end of the shot. Let's look at it again one more time. Watch. Right there. You see how they're going the same speed? That was amazing, wasn't it? You know, one of the most confusing things about shotgunning is where your eyes go when you mount the gun. Sooner or later, you're going to realize that if the gun starts in front and stays in front of the bird, then the bird's always moving faster than the gun, which makes your eyes stay on the bird. And with your eyes on the bird, you're less confused and you will become more consistent. But you can't do that sitting on the couch. You can't do it reading one of our 15 books. You can't do it watching our videos. You can't do it. You got to get up and get out there and spend time behind that gun. You got to dance with that gun. Don't know where to go? Wheretoshoot.org. It's free. A listing of thousands of places where you can go and have fun pulling the trigger. Don't forget one thing. Firearm safety begins with you.